The very first Black Ops 6 Zombies DLC map, DLC 1, we already know pretty much what it's going to be and know some decent details regarding it, despite the game only just releasing. First things first, Treyarch actually announced and described the very first map as being terrifying, and this has me so excited because it sets up the premise and the expectations for the map, and honestly, I think they've done a really good job with Terminus in the vibe and the atmosphere, and I think a big worry that people have is that some of the DLC maps could have similar atmospheres to Liberty Falls. That is definitely lacking immensely in that department, but personally I think that's just going to be a one-off map and they're not going to be going for the same in the DLC, and the fact they're saying it's terrifying already solidifies to me that most likely this map and hopefully the maps following it will all have amazing atmospheres. And Treyarch have not described a map as scary or terrifying in forever, probably since Zetsubo no Shima, so I'm really excited for this map. But what do we actually know about this map? Before we get into the map itself, I first want to talk about the release date, because this is going to be coming earlier than most Zombies maps that we receive after launch, as it's going to be releasing before the end of the year, confirmed by Treyarch. The only time this has ever happened was with Dead of the Night with Black Ops 4, but they gave it no marketing at all and it just dropped as a surprise, so that map completely flopped. But Season 1 has been officially announced as beginning in just a couple weeks time on the 14th of November, so it seems like they're going to be switching the seasons now to Thursdays instead of Wednesdays, and it probably means that the Zombies map won't be at the start of the season, but it's going to be coming in the mid-season update. That's been implied by their statements, and as a result, it's probably going to be a month after that, which would put the date as the 11th or 12th of December, or at least that week. It's possible it could potentially be the week before on the 4th or 5th of December, but I'm thinking more than likely it's the 11th or 12th, but like I say, it could be the week before. We're going to be getting a Christmas update at some point in time, so that's either probably going to be that week or the week prior as well, and it's not likely to be the week before Christmas, the 18th or the 19th, because they want to give people time to jump in before the Christmas festivities start setting in, I would assume, but it's going to be some point before the end of the year. And before I dive deeper into the Keep DLC 1 map, I first have an amazing service to help you out in Black Ops 6. Stay tuned and enjoy. With Black Ops 6 finally just releasing, we all know the struggle of skill-based matchmaking. You are just trying to hop onto a game and have some fun, but the lobbies are sweaty, and you want a balanced experience. You don't want every single map to feel like a grind. Well, what if I told you there's a way to change that and start ranking up high kills in Black Ops 6, introducing LagoFast, the ultimate game booster, as well as VPN. Whether you're on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox, LagoFast guarantees a smoother gaming experience with reduced lag, boosted FPS, and here's the kicker, it has an easy lobby feature too, so you can jump in, get more kills, and have more fun. Let me show you how easy it is. First, search for LagoFast on Google and head over to their official website, download it from there, or better yet, click the link in the description below. It's super quick, and here's a bonus. When you sign up, you get a 24-hour free trial, and if you use my code, you can get 30% off your subscription, or via the link in the description. How easy lobby works: once you've got LagoFast downloaded, you can use their smart node recommendation to select IP nodes that are far from your actual location, or you can choose an area where it's, say, 3 AM. This increases your chances of easier lobbies. Just a heads up, it's not a 100% guarantee, but if you pick the right node, you'll likely find easier lobbies with lower KDs, and of course you can also select regions that are better for your lag too. You can even share the IP node to your console device, very easy with their console feature. Imagine playing Black Ops 6 with smooth gameplay, low ping, and dominating those lobbies. That's exactly what happens if you start using LagoFast. And it's not just about easy lobbies. Like I say, LagoFast helps reduce your lag and boost FPS across PC and console. Plus, they've got a new feature called meta loadouts, so you can jump in with the very best setups for you. So you're not just winning, you are winning with the best possible setup. Right now, LagoFast has a special launch event until October 31st. If you subscribe during this period, you'll be entered into a lucky draw. You could win the Black Ops 6 Vault Edition, the Standard Edition, a 90s Mix Props Pack, or even free LagoFast membership. Don't miss this chance. Now, there is a free version as well, so if you're ready to level up your gaming experience, hit the link in the description and download LagoFast today. Trust me, you won't regret it. Reduce lag and get easier games, and I want to give a big thank you to them for kindly sponsoring this video. I really hope you enjoy this service. But what is the map going to be itself? Well, it seems like it's going to be called The Keep. So I actually made a video before launch talking about from the Steam strings, various different maps had actually leaked, so we kind of already know what the DLC is going to be. 4 maps were found, one called The Keep, one called Mansion, one called Janus Towers, and one called Dig Site. And we didn't know the exact order, but I respect speculating in recent videos that the Keep would be DLC 1, and it does seem like that is actually the case, and I'll talk more about those other DLC maps in the future, because in the intel system for the storyline of the game, all of the maps, apart from Dig Site, have been mentioned numerous times. We actually have details on all of the DLC maps literally within the game, so it's not a leak anymore. It was a leak before, and now Treyarch have confirmed it. It seems like Treyarch are going for a different strategy this year around. Instead of being secretive about the DLC maps, they're just being very upfront about them, letting us know what they are. But what exactly is the Keep? Because the name doesn't really tell us much. Well, first things first, it seems like it's going to be set in Avalon. The reason being is that in the ending of Terminus, of course, the SAM AI accesses the classified data from Janus and Richthofen's files, and one folder mentioned is the Keep, so that's why we know this is going to be the DLC 1 map, and we know that Richthofen is trying to locate the Sentinel artifacts from the Chaos storyline that is now being retconned and introduced into the Dark Ether storyline. I'm going to be having separate videos talking about the storyline and the huge implications here. I've just had so many guides to make, etc., and I just haven't really had the brain energy as well because I've been so tired to tackle the storyline. So I'm going to be making in-depth videos on the storyline coming up soon, but just for a quick summary, Richthofen is trying to find the Sentinel artifact and has apparently become obsessed with it, as the Sentinel artifact allows the user to manipulate an ancient matter known as prima materia, which is apparently the very first element, the very first matter, and it allows him to manipulate the protons itself. Like I say, I'll be diving more into the storyline soon, but the SAM AI is telling the Terminus crew that they need to try and locate the Sentinel artifact because it might help them to bring back the real Samantha Maxis from the Dark Ether. But we know that this SAM AI is lying to them and leading them into a trap, because from the Liberty Falls intro, of course, we know that she is literally the reason of the zombie outbreak and the reason for the outbreaks happening across the globe. She has her own goal that we don't really know what exactly it is yet, but she is evil. This is clearly not good, and she teleported Richthofen away at the beginning of the intro cutscene, and she tells the Terminus crew that Richthofen was heading to Avalon and he's en route to Avalon to try and locate the Sentinel artifact. Now, Avalon is actually located in France, and there is the French Syndicate, a mob group that actually took a hold and were interrogating Gabriel Kraft from Vanguard Zombies, who's somehow still alive in the 1990s, which is a huge shock. We don't know how he's alive. Maybe he's got some sort of ether technology to allow him to live longer, similar to how I've been speculating Ravenov took one of the Ethereum vials from the deceased Requiem crew that we saw in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Maybe that actually inspires the crew to allow Ravenov to live longer in the future based on similar technology. But anyways, Kraft was kidnapped by the French Syndicate's mob enforcer, Sergei Ravenov. Yes, that's right, Sergei Ravenov is working for this French Syndicate. We learned from Modern Warfare Zombies that he was working as a mob enforcer in between and did some very dark stuff. He was in a very dark place in his life, and that's what he's been up to. So it seems like we might be seeing Ravenov on this next map, and he was ordered to kidnap Kraft by a character from the French Syndicate known as Franco Moro, aka Alan Wake. So it seems like Sam is going to be luring us to Avalon, which is going to be DLC 1 called The Keep, and we're going to be trying to locate the Sentinel artifact. But like I say, we're expecting Richthofen to be there, but Sam is lying to us. Richthofen is not heading to Avalon. In fact, Sam has teleported Richthofen presumably into the Dark Ether or somewhere else, maybe in the mansion, and she's manipulating them all. So something's going to go wrong on this map. Now, as you know, Avalon is an upcoming Warzone map. In fact, in multiplayer in theater mode, you can glitch and you can see the full Warzone map. So I'm really excited for us to see this map. It was apparently supposed to release this year, and of course it's got ties with what's happening in the campaign storyline as well. However, it seems like it's not just going to be a Warzone map, it's also going to be a Zombies map, and we're probably getting the Warzone experience as a proper Zombies map next year in 2025 as well, considering that it was initially planned for some sort of Outbreak experience. So I'm wondering how the storyline all ties together. But something I want to know is that some people are saying, well, this is just going to be another reused map from Warzone and is not going to have a unique Zombies identity. I think you are incorrect about that, judging from Treyarch's statement saying that the map's going to be terrifying, and they've already announced that all of the DLC maps are all going to be original, they're not going to be reused. So whilst yes, it's going to be set in Avalon, near where the Warzone map is, I don't think it's going to be the Warzone map itself. It might be set right outside of the Warzone map, but it's not going to be it directly. I've tried looking in the Warzone experience that you can glitch out to get an early preview, and there are various different things in the distance that could potentially be the Zombies map. Maybe you can see it whilst you're actually on the Warzone experience, but of course the textures for the stuff out of bounds don't really load in that well, and they're not properly textured in yet because we're not supposed to be seeing all of this stuff. In terms of the keep itself, a keep is like a fortress or a castle. We had Fortune's Keep keep in Warzone, for example, so that could be what the map is, some kind of fortress or castle, but the fact they're describing it as scary has me really excited, and the fact they're reintroducing Prima Materia, and as far as we're aware, it's not even Ethereum, it's some sort of separate element now being reintroduced into the storyline, means that potentially this DLC 1 map might not be a normal etheric outbreak, and instead it could literally be caused by the Sentinel artifact. Potentially at the start of the map we have to activate it, just like the Chaos maps, where we then have to complete trials and we get locked into the zone, and Prima Materia could be the reason for why zombies actually come on DLC 1 instead of Ethereum. I don't know how the Chaos storyline is going to tie into the bigger picture of everything, but like I say, we know that Sam is lying, so Sam has her own motive for trying to get the Sentinel artifact. I don't know what that motive actually is, but it's something nefarious, and Richtofen probably also wants the Sentinel artifact for his own reason, probably because it seems like he's messing with time travel again, and I think he most likely wants to find a way to use the Sentinel artifact to manipulate proton matter at a molecular level to try and bring back his wife and son, whether that be to try and teleport to the moment they died or via some other way to restore their essence and lives from the Dark Ether, because Liberty Falls' ending establishes that the deceased and lost souls from the Dark Ether are able to return from the dead by harvesting the souls and the life force of living beings, which is a huge revelation. So that's everything we know about DLC 1. It's apparently going to be the Keep, it's going to be located somewhere in Avalon, but not the Warzone map itself, but it might be close. It might be some sort of castle or fortress. We seem to be heading there to get the Sentinel artifact. It's going to be releasing probably in the first couple weeks of December. It's been described as scary. We might be completing a trial on the map, and also what does this mean for DLC 2? Because we know we're going to be heading to Liberty Falls at some point for the Janus Towers map, as well as the mansion map, which is Richtofen's mansion from the intro cutscene. I have to assume they're the latter two maps. Because Sam is leading us into a trap, we might fail, for example, to get the Sentinel artifact on this map, and we might have to go somewhere else afterwards. Maybe the dig site map is actually going to be set somewhere in Avalon, not Liberty Falls like we thought before, because it makes sense that we have to retrieve the Sentinel artifact via some dig site. It could have been hidden away. And actually browsing the Avalon Warzone experience, there's many different ruins and dig sites, so it's very well possible that some sort of excavation could be taking place by Avalon, and that's why we need to try and head to get the Sentinel artifact. But yeah, the Sam AI is leading us into a trap, so we might end up failing in our objective on this next map itself. At some point we're going to realize that Sam has been lying to us and we need to head to Liberty Falls. Maybe Sam will actually tell us to go there herself. At some point though, things are going to hit the fan when things start to go wrong and we start to realize Sam is lying, and at some point we might end up having to side with Richtofen as well if we realize Sam has been messing with us. Richtofen might be the lesser of two evils. I'll be talking more about the storyline though, like I say, in future videos. I've just kind of decided to summarize a little bit about what we know about the Keep so far. I'll be making separate videos about the other two maps. I want to also talk more about the Terminus and Liberty Falls ending in depth, as well as talk about what Richtofen's doing with time travel, what's going on at the mansion, the ghost stories we're hearing there, lots of crazy stuff that we've discovered in the intel. Without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video very soon. I hope you're excited for DLC 1 because this needs to be a smash hit. The first Zombies DLC is always the most important one. This is the peak of the community, so I hope it is amazing, and the fact they're saying it's terrifying has me intrigued, and I can't wait for the other maps as well to come after. Anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.